Oh, good evening, everyone. I got to tell you, I've had a hard time getting this thing rolling here tonight. I apologize to everybody out there. Yeah, and I got my little buddy Freddy down here in Florida just laughing away at me.
Yep, live from the hotel.
Live from the hotel. Yeah, he's down there in Disneyland right now.
World.
Lucky little guy. And I'm here fighting the electronics that I know zip about.
No,
So,
let me correct you. I'm at Disney World. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Disney
Yeah, I got you.
for you.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I'm out in space someplace after this one. I got to tell you.
And I'm not going to
Anyhow,
disagree.
yeah. Oh, this is just miserable. I got it. Unreal. Anyhow, we got a great guest tonight too. We got Caesar Pizzo. Hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Most likely not.
Kevin, yeah, Pizzo. Anyhow, yeah, he makes ultra silk and it's cool as hell. I know. Laugh your ass off. It's all good. It's all good. I'm taking. I'm due all these shots I'm getting tonight. Believe me. Absolutely lousy, man.
I don't know.
Uh, Hey,
Yes.
Pat, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, so anyhow, everybody, yeah, now you're going to hold that up, and that's really going to throw the whammy on me. Right there it is. I think
Well,
that was the start of it all right there, baby.
this one talks.
Yeah, that was the start of it all. Anyhow, so let's see if we can't get this thing rolling. My hour's almost up, and I'm just getting started. Yeah, it pretty
Everybody,
much sucks. I want to always, as I always do, give a shout out to Tim Schloss. He owns Gateway Paintball there in St. Louis. Great guy. Talked to him earlier. He said to say hi to you, Freddie. And he also said to say hi to Caesar and Kevin, too, because I told them they were going to be on tonight. And so he said say hi to all of them. I want to say hi to Dan and John Colby. Today is John's birthday.
happy birthday,
So,
John.
yeah, so we're definitely wishing him a very, very happy birthday. And Dan's a good friend of mine for a lot of years, and John's becoming a very good friend of mine also. And I want to definitely always say hi to William Bailey. We haven't had him on in a while. William, terrific person. I'm putting him up in the top 10 of nicest guys I know. Don't worry, Freddie, you're still number 12. It's not a problem. Um, yeah, William's down there with Bud Orr right now. Now, could you get two cooler guys together? Oh man, I bet that place is rolling with those two. Oh my God. Hey, Freddie, that's what we need to do. We need to get off this podcast and take those two guys on the road.
I agree.
You want to make some money. Let's take them two guys on the road. They would
Yeah,
crack up any audience.
I got more Disney trips I got to go on.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
What do you got? A 3-day pass?
Yeah, we got the 3-day pass, and Maria and Jared they have the annual pass, so they can come whenever the hell they want. They get all kinds of. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, at least you're treating them good. That's nice. I like that.
And they're treating me good too.
Oh yeah, I bet they're happy to have you there. Kind of
Uh,
sucks for me, but good for them.
Maria gives me the stink eye from time to time. I don't know.
Well, you deserve all of it, believe me. I also want to say a real quick shout out to Tom Kay and Rainey and Juvie Boucher, Paintball News. Great people from the past. Randy Camilla used to run APG, Jerry Braun, Paintball Sports. I just want all the youngsters out there not to forget these people. These people are the one that really brought paintball up to where it is right now. And I just am proud as I could be to be associated with them. And it was just great. And I want to thank these guys right here at autococker.com for my new shirt. I got this at the cancer benefit this last weekend. I was going to put Rick Wilcox on so he could tell everybody about it. But, the way I'm running electronics tonight, I think I just better kind of sit where it is. Yeah. You had to go all the way to Florida to laugh at me, huh? You little dog.
Well, I don't want to laugh right next to you. You'll hit me with one of the guns or tank or something like that. Over here.
Oh, you're killing me, man. Yeah, because Freddie's not by his computer right now. That's why I'm doing all of this. And you need to get by your computer next time.
Yeah, well, all my stuff came in to Florida, so I have all my stuff. My computer's at my mom's house. I just got to pick that up. And yeah, I'll be able to do it once we get back. So next Tuesday, folks, I will set it up. I'll take Fred off the hook here because he's having a good old time trying to figure out everything that I do when it comes to the StreamYard. As a matter of fact, I see that you have us. What block do you have us on?
Hey,
do you have this
hey,
on the?
you want it on the third one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
There you
normally I would say bite me, but we're on the air right now, so I'm not going to do that.
Well,
So, but
this way, when you invite somebody else, if anybody else wants to come join you,
yeah,
we're not like squished.
well, we're going to get to Caesar and Kevin in just a minute here. Before
Right.
I'm sure I'll lose them again. I've only sent them about 20 links. Anyhow, I joined a group. I know it. You're killing me. I joined a group called Old School Paintball, and I got to tell you, what a cool bunch of guys. If everybody out there, you guys get a chance to get on this, man, it is just absolutely what a great group these guys are. And very informative. You've seen some of the stuff that they're pulling out, Freddie. You belong to it, don't you?
I do.
Oh yeah, but you're not looking at anything because you're down there running around in Disneyland.
World.
Disney World. Oh yeah. Everybody, years ago I shot my show for ESPN down there, and Freddy says now all the buildings and everything are all gone.
Yeah. So what happened was we were walking around. We were going to do a live show from that section where you did your show. Well, we came across one guy who looked at me like I was batshit crazy, and then we came up to two women who actually knew what the hell I was talking about to a certain degree. I told them that you did the show there and in the mid '90s, and I said, well, it was off of what you guys would consider New York Street. It was New York Street, and she was, oh,
yes, it was.
So that's gone. I'm like, oh yeah. She goes, where that is now is Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars land. So great. So we went back and I did a live show from there, showing everybody what used to be New York Street is now Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. And it sucks at the same time, but it is what it is. Time moves on, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, I got linked up with another group that got a hold of me, and they are called the Bad Company from UK.
Oh.
And yeah. Really a cool bunch of guys. I talked to a few of them already on there. Some of these groups I'm getting into, Freddie, are so cool. Custom paintball markers. You should see some of the stuff these guys are throwing up there. It's just absolutely outstanding.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got Bud Orrs chiming in. Bud Orrs, you can't say enough about this guy. And a lot of these soul markers coming up, they're cockers, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring somebody up in a minute that is he makes what they call a super cocker. I guess if you get your hands on one of those, you're rocking. So I guess the way you play paintball, you might want to think about getting one of those.
Well, hey,
I thought the lag would be tomorrow.
The paintball, the way I play beautifully. Ask every tree I shot.
It is. But yeah, that doesn't embarrass you using a slingshot, though, huh?
It's better than just using my hands. Duh.
Oh, I'm not going to touch that. Anyhow, so yeah, I think we're going to bring Caesar on right now because I got to tell you, Caesar, did you get my 400 streams I sent you?
Only 6 worked.
Oh my God. All right, everybody out there. And Caesar, I know I'm butchering your last name. Say it one time for me.
Pizzo.
Pizzo?
Pizzo.
Yeah, see, I said that, and Kevin Donaldson said it was wrong.
Well,
these people mess with me all the time, man. The nicest guy out here.
if you want to pronounce it as Sicilian, you will butcher it.
Well, to me, you're known as Caesar. And Caesar's the maker of Ultra Silk, not Ultra Slick, as I've been saying constantly, but Ultra Silk. And
Caesar,
maybe you can tell us a little bit about that real quick, Caesar.
Well, it's a lubricant that has a resin built inside of it that allows it to impregnate into the aluminum, allowing it to bond. And then what it does is it creates a surface where it's really slick. That's where the whole name comes, Ultra Silk. Basically, it's basically an all form lubricant that was made for paintball guns. It doesn't attack the O-rings. It doesn't affect anything.
oh wow.
This instant smoothness, you'll feel it right away. I mean, it's a great product. I mean, it's
Is this something that bonds to the metal, or how does this work?
well, the resin that's inside this product. I don't know if you guys can see a good.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So what it is, the actual resin that's inside the lubricant. The lubricant's a carrier of the resin. The resin needs a carrier. The carrier applies the resin to the aluminum. So the hotter the product gets, the better the friction creates. Heat creates friction, and it allows it to bond to the aluminum. And that's where we were able to take it to the next level with the treatment, the boom juice, and all the other stuff that we got coming out.
Well, what's the bonding process when you initially put it on? You heat it on there, or what?
No, the lubricant itself, you just apply it to the actual aluminum, just like you're greasing up the gun. Anytime you're greasing up anything, you just apply it. But I always suggest everyone to go underneath the O-rings, because what happens is dry rot happens underneath the O-rings. Everybody always grabs a part and they lube the top of the O-ring. I recommend taking the O-ring off, applying the lubricant inside the O-ring groove that allows it to get to the aluminum, treating the aluminum first, then treating everything on the outside. And then what happens is that it forms a coating on the aluminum and the O-rings. And that's where it becomes a slick. So now you're running resin, which is slick and slick all across, your cans, your O-rings, your piston, all that stuff. The
Can
resin
this be put on the barrels?
Well, the treatment itself is the barrels portion of it. That's the completely different process that I've just come out with in the last couple of months. Mm-hmm. So that's the impregnation process, where I have the resin in a solution that has to be heat activated that carries it. Everything has to have a carrier. The resin has to have a carrier to be applied. I have the lubricant version, I have the boom juice version, and the oil version, which is this product here that's going to be coming out. You see that cloudy stuff inside there?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the resin. The oil is the carrier for the resin. So this is going to be in conjunction with the boom treatment. You need to use this. So what it does is it enhances. Anytime you have treated products, you're using either the lubricant or the oil, it's going to allow you to maintain the silkiness of the product itself. In long term, you're going to use less, because the more resin that you have on your gun, the silkier the gun's going to get. It's absolutely crazy on how well this is taken off, because I never thought of how well this is going to do, because I've able to apply it in the barrels. My whole thought of this was getting a barrel treatment done first. Well, what happened was the barrel treatment went into the bolt system treatment. So that's where it's taken off now, is all the bodies, all the parts. I mean, I've done 170s, I've done EMEX, and they fly. Like I've told you before, if you take your automags, and they will feel like a brand new gun after it's done, just by the treatment.
You sent me a picture of that kid that had it on there, and that gun was smoking.
Oh, the video? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Try that on my G6R.
Yeah, Freddy's got a pretty quick finger anyhow. He's a pretty fast little shooter. Something like that on your marker would be terrific, Freddy.
Yeah.
What do you shoot, Fred?
Bob Long G6R.
Oh yeah, it's completely night and day versus what pre-application versus application. I have right now, I have stainless steel, aluminum, and steel to get checked for a micron finish. The difference between what it is pre-treatment and after treatment. I'm having the finishes tested as we speak. You know, they got dropped off last week, and I'm waiting for all the results to come back. I will have true numbers on how well the micron finish has become after treatment.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's you should have seen the video he sent me, Freddie. That gun was not only smoking, it was accurate as heck. You know, Caesar, Caesar builds some the super cockers, we'll call them. You know, Bud Orr is Mr. Autococker. There's no doubt about it. But Caesar builds some super cockers. Do you have any right there, Caesar?
I've got one that I'm just starting it up for somebody.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
so
nice. That is really nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yep. This is one that I'm starting up right now for a guy out in so the other one that I showed you last week I shipped out. So, and this one here is going to be all black. It's going to have chrome pneumatics, chrome easy on off on it, chrome vertical feed, and then the rest of the gun is going to be black with the highlights. The signature series of all the guns is the highlights.
Right.
What do we after machining, after actually anodizing, we go back and do the highlights on the bodies.
Who did the machining on that?
A buddy of mine at the machine shop that it's just a buddy of mine, McCowan Manufacturing.
Good enough.
So
yeah, it looked good.
And I've started impregnating all my cocker parts, like the bodies, the three-way, the rams. When I say impregnating, I use that term because of the resin. I impregnate it into the aluminum. I heat up the aluminum to a certain degree. I have it in a temperature, and then I'm able to put it into the solution and have all the resin impregnate. Just like anodizing. Anodizing just goes right into the aluminum. That's what the resin does. And I've done, like I said, my body, my trigger plate, my hammer, the three-way, I've even started doing the regulator housings because that piston does move that little bit and allows it to really flow a lot smoother.
Can anybody put this on theirs if they get it?
It's not something that I'm selling yet. You know, everything that I've been doing is proprietary to what I've built.
Got it.
So it's not something that I could teach anybody overnight. I mean, I'm still learning. You know, that's why I had to get these tests done because of the impregnation process. I don't know what is going to be the max that I could put onto something. You know, my gun, obviously, you know, I've coated it already 4 times. I thought 2 times would be perfect or 3 times would be perfect. I went one step further and I coated my gun 4 times, but everybody's parts I coat 2 times. I go through the process twice. And each process is 2 hours.
So if they send you their marker, then you could do that process for them, right?
Correct. Yep. We do up to 8 parts has a price, and then or after that, there's prices that go on and so forth. So obviously you could go to ultrasilkpb.com and check it out. You can get a hold of me at Lone Wolf Paintball. That's where I'm basically stationed out of. So
right. So you're going to the tournament, I guess, in next weekend?
Yeah, it would be not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend.
The following, yeah.
Yes, after 15 years, bringing back the Detroit Fusion.
Oh, are you really?
Yep.
Outstanding. Yeah, because the Blasters are going to be there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of pro teams there, a lot of old school guys.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Freddie, you okay?
Yep. Yeah,
Looks like you're moving the or having a stroke or something. There you go.
Just trying to get better light. I was getting over there.
Oh, you need to get that done to your marker, man.
Yeah, I know. And now that I got everything back in Florida, I just got to go through everything and pull it out of the storage bins and. Ugh.
So, Caesar, when somebody sends it to you, what's the turnaround on it?
Right now, you're looking at 24 to 36 hours because of.
Oh, that quick?
Oh, that's
Well,
not bad.
that's actually that's pretty long because everybody needs their markers. If they're playing Sunday, they need it back the following Sunday. So I have to be able to have a turnaround time. Just before we came on, I ended up doing 4 EMEX for Rodney, and I ended up doing one whole marker system for Omar, the other guys out of Texas, and they need them back for practice this coming week. So,
Got it.
what I'm
Wow.
saying? That's why I need to have a turnaround time. So I'm doing stuff, early in the morning and then late at night, and throughout the day, during the day I'm at Lone Wolf doing it. So I have to keep it going. And everybody's sending me their stuff, Priority Express, next day air, because everybody wants to get it done.
Well, sure.
I mean,
Wow.
who wants to be without their gun for over a week?
Well, yeah, but I mean, a lot of times you take and send something in to get it fixed, and you're lucky if you get it back in a month, So
Well, yeah.
24 hours to me is fast.
Well, that's 24 hours of me getting it to me shipping it back out.
That's
So
what I mean.
they're not, they're not going to have it, in their hands in 24 hours.
Right. But at least
So
it's on the way anyhow.
correct.
Wow,
Well, yeah.
that's amazing.
By the time they ship it, you get it. You get it one day. You lube. You do the lube 24 hours. Ship it out next day. So you basically have the gun 3 days.
Tops.
Yeah.
Tops.
Wow, that's amazing. And we had Anthony Alexander Lorano. I butcher all these names, guys. It took me years to get my own right. Anyhow, he says that, he says you guys need to get Bud Orr, the autococker god, on the show. Well, I had Bud on along with Caesar on a different show a little while back, a week or two ago, and Bud raved about Caesar. So, obviously Caesar has something going for him because Bud doesn't rave about anybody he doesn't like or thinks does a terrific job. And Dan Colby, just everybody, everybody in the industry, Caesar, that I've talked to, the minute I mention your name, man, you just come up 2 thumbs up all the time.
Oh, I appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate everybody's, like I said, I've been in the industry, I started back in 88. I got out in, 2005, and 15 years later, it seems like I'm coming back in, but I really never got out. I still was involved with the guys at Lone Wolf. I would always go up there, work on the cockers, work on anything that they needed worked on. So technically I never got out of the industry. I still had roots, locally, but to physically get back into it was within the last 2 years of me building the super cocker and then, bringing back the lube and now coming out with the boom treatment. And the boom treatment has actually gone further than the actual lubricant itself. And now that I'm going to come out with the oil, it's just, there's a couple more things that we're working on. It's just, I've never physically been out of it, but now I've just made a reinsertion. And the reinsertion is because of classic paintball, the 10-man, all the 10-man stuff.
Well, I'm going to bring a guy on a little bit that really has a lot to do with that too. And speaking of oil, a couple more years he'll probably be oil. Let's bring in Mr. Kevin Donaldson right here.
Oh man, how are you guys?
We're doing
good. How are you, Kev?
Hey, what's going on? Couple of more years, I'll need oil, huh? I need it now.
You will be oil.
I'm gonna have Caesar impregnate my knees.
Hey,
take him out.
That's a thought. Send them to him. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's going to be at the tournament with you guys, man. Maybe he can give you an injection when you're there. So y'all
What'd
ready?
you say, Fred?
I says he's going to be at the same tournament you're going to be at in a week or two. I said maybe he could inject.
Oh yeah. I saw Fusion. I saw him on the list. Excited. It's been a long time.
We're playing amateur though. You guys are playing pro.
Yeah.
That's all filled up already, though, isn't it? All the teams are set.
I don't know. You know, I think there's still a bunch of teams that haven't paid. I'm one of them.
Yeah, but you're good for it.
Yeah, but you can't break your own kneecaps. So then, there you go.
We're having sound issues, I'd assume.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, let me try this. We talked to, Kevin and I have been working on putting a East-West game together. And it looks like another piece of the puzzle is starting to fall into place. Tim Schloss called me earlier today, and Tim's on board, and he gave Kevin and I a time frame that we can do it in. And so now I took and threw it over to Kevin because, Kevin, he knows about all the different tournaments and big games, and so we don't step on anybody's toes. So, but it looks like it's going to happen next year, and I think this is going to be a riot.
Yeah, I agree. And
should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I told Tim that we would cut it off at 500 people, and I bet we'll sell that 500 out in no time at all.
Yeah, well, you West guys are going to need all that 500. It's only going to take a few of us East Coast guys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
listen to you.
You're putting
he's been here a week.
I know. Yeah,
he's been an East Coast guy for a week.
No, all my life, Kevin.
Yeah, he was. He just moved.
Oh, really?
He's from there and moved out here. Yeah. Yeah, he come out here for a while. Now we call him Florida Freddy.
I was only in California for 20 years, but I moved out there when I was 30. So from Florida, born in Brooklyn, raised in Fort Lauderdale, then moved over to California. I'm a East Coast guy.
Oh, definitely. Born in Brooklyn. Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder I like you.
No,
we lost Caesar.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, yeah. I blame Fred for that.
He'll come up. Nope. Hey, I didn't touch anything. My hands are in the air. Boy, we got off to a rough start, Kevin. I was blowing it left and right, man, trying to get things going here.
Well, you sent me so many links. I was like, oh, shit, which one is the link? You sent me like 3 links. I was like,
you didn't get the note that said just pick one?
No, I kept picking the last one, and then I'd get another one. I was looking at like a black screen going, what the hell is going on? Meanwhile, my phone's saying, Freddy the ref is live. I'm like, what do you mean he's live? And then you were gone again.
I was panicking, believe me. Absolutely sucked. Hey, Mark Gong says say hi to you.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Yeah, he said Kevin Donaldson's Freddy gun never works, so don't worry.
That's true.
My gun never works.
Not yours, Freddy the ref.
Oh, Freddy the ref. Okay, no, my stuff always works. We lost Caesar though. What happened to him?
I don't know. It popped off. He can come back on. I just don't know how to send him the link. I'm afraid to do that now.
You don't have to. It's the same link.
Yeah.
It's the same link?
It's the same link. For every episode, it's the same. It's every episode has its own link. So when you're live right now, all he has to do is use the same link that you sent them. Do not send them another link. You're going to blow up his damn messenger with all 200.
I won't touch nothing. Yeah. Hey, by the way, Kev, we heard that Tim had 20 acres redone on his lot on his field. He's told me today he had 40 acres redone. Wow. Yeah, he says it's just, and he's looking forward to the big game now. He's looking forward to it. Hey, here we go. Right on, Caesar.
Hey, you're back.
Bad connection.
Back. Yeah.
It wasn't me, buddy. Not this time.
It's always
Caesar, you know about the big game that Kevin and I have been working on ever since Kevin brought it up. Kevin's actually the one that spit it out, and I thought he was throwing down on me. So I says, all right, man, that's it. It's on then. So now we got the East Coast and the West Coast after each other. I guess you have to be an East Coast guy, huh?
Oh, yeah. We're all East Coast over here.
East of Chicago. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, now everybody's going to gang up on me. Yep, here's Kathy Alvarez right off the bat. Right
She's
off.
just sitting there waiting for the opportunity to jump in on this conversation.
Yeah, I love the girl, but boy, she's all over me about that East-West stuff. Let me tell you.
Kathy,
yeah,
Kathy Lubengeiger.
I love it, man. Oh, but Jeff says hi, Caesar.
Tell him what's going on, Jeff.
Yep. And that big game, like I say, we were talking about it. It's going to be a one-day thing. We've got the month set up now. Now we got to have Uncle Kevin over there. He's going to work out the dates to find out what other things are going on. Yeah. But I got to tell you, that's something I'm pretty damn excited about. And there's, since you even mentioned it, people have gone nuts. Wondering when's it going to happen? Can I get in? How's it going to happen? There's going to be 500 slots, and that's it. 250 from each side. So they're going to fill up quick. And Kevin, real quick, William Bailey just sent a thing to you. It said 19. Guys,
we're going to have to do it on the 19th.
That's
got to find a month where the Saturday's the 19th. Just so I can make Bill Bailey happy.
For those of you out there that don't know what we're talking about, it's kind of a private joke, but Kevin didn't know we could hear him one time when we were talking about a date for the cancer benefit. And he's on the other end yelling, the 19th. And we could hear everyone that he was saying, and it was funny. So William Bailey, being the jokester that he is all over that, and that'll probably never go away, Kev.
Nah, that's okay. I can take it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the cancer benefit, how did that go?
It went pretty good. I would like to have seen him raise a little more money, but Rick did a good job on it. A lot of people got some good prizes. It was pretty cool. I actually enjoyed it. I went up there and kind of hung out, and it was a lot of fun. But just said 19 too, Joe. So
thanks, bud. Now you're going to jump on that too? God damn it.
See, everybody out there, that's why I try to keep Kevin towards the end of the show, because Kevin, people love to get on with this guy, So I keep him towards the end of the show. Everybody got to sit and wade through everything until we get to Uncle Kevin, and then we put him on, man.
And then they harass me. But that's okay. I love you all anyway, man.
Look at Caesar. He's not saying nothing bad about you at all.
He doesn't know me that well.
Kevin.
That don't matter.
What?
Kevin.
What, Caesar?
What kind of gun do you shoot?
It depends. I shoot the Shocker CVO. I shoot the M170R. I got a EMEC, a GMEC. That's what I shoot. I got a bunch of cockers in the basement, but I don't play with them anymore.
What are you shooting at the tournament next week? In 2 weeks?
Probably nothing, because I probably won't play.
Oh no. Well, I'm coaching more than playing now. Well, you need to let me do 2 of your guns just to see how the performance difference is.
Oh, definitely.
That would be.
But
cool.
You're going to be too busy, and so am I. I have the Fox television crew coming with me to film us at that event. So for the TV show. So I don't know how much time I'm going to have to actually do anything.
No, I'm saying you can send them to me. I'll send them back to your house. You don't need them at the game at the tournament.
Oh, all right, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm not going to.
Sounds good.
I won't have time to really sell anything at the event.
Now you're going to be a little busy playing, aren't you?
You're not going to set up a booth.
No, we're going to use
Fred?
We're going to use the tents as the team tent. The Ultra Silk tent is just going to be the team tent.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cool. Hey, Kevin, you know Dirk Adbury, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah, well, he just said 19 to you.
All right, okay. Another one. Oh, now Rick Wilcox. What's Rick saying? I can't see it, but I just got a message that Rick mentioned my name.
Yeah, hi, Grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is this why you have me on, so that all my buddies can harass me from all over the country?
I told you you're a draw. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
We got to get you set up though, man. We got to get you a computer so you can read this stuff. People love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna set up if I'm gonna be on the show this much. I gotta stop doing it from my phone.
Hold on. Yeah. I like how he says there's. Oh, we got to get you a computer. Fred, how big of that computer are you looking at right now, buddy?
How do I click you off? Tell me.
He's got a 74-inch TV so he can read the comments.
It's this big. Yeah, I'm looking at you guys like you're sitting right there with me right now.
That was we had an awesome setup. Our setup that we had at my apartment was like awesome. Just the big screen TV, the lights, everything. It was the camera. It was awesome.
Pretty cool.
It was.
Yep. Got myself a new high-speed computer and plug it into the big screen TV, and I just sit and watch everything. Because I had trouble reading before. Remember that?
Then you call me to try to figure out how to use it. He's got all this high-tech stuff, and then I get the phone call. Okay. What do I push?
How do I click you off, man? Come on, fill me in here, will you? Hey, check this out here. That's my old muff suit. You remember the muffs, don't you, Kev?
Absolutely. Sure I do.
Yes. Caesar probably remembers them too.
That was our first set of camels.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I gotta love it.
Is that the actual like tuxedo, the sport jacket, or whatever the hell it was you guys were wearing?
No, it's a tuxedo, and I got it hanging in the closet. Yeah, with the tails.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty cool, man. Tim Schloss called me earlier. Like I said, we were talking about some of the old days, and I got to tell you, Kevin. When we were first starting out, and everything like that, it was a lot of fun. Really was, and that's kind of what That's what I'm hoping that you and I and like Caesar and Freddy are going to bring back to the sport is just some fun into this damn thing again.
No, it's been fun. It's still fun. Still paintball is still awesome.
Yeah, we used to have a riot though, man. It was just a little bit different back then.
We were a lot younger, Freddy. Come on, we're old men now.
Hey,
we were young then.
Man, don't give Freddy any ammunition like this. Come on, man.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm the oldest guy on here.
Hey, I'm not that far behind.
You're not that far behind. Yeah.
I'm behind you.
What are you, 50?
Yeah, what are you, 50?
51.
No. Not your IQ, your age.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, you're not going to give it up, huh?
He said 51.
Yeah, 5150.
Oh, man.
Caesar, how many of those super cockers have you built so far?
I made 15. This is number 14. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I like it.
This is number 14. I got 15. It's not anodized yet. And as soon as I get done with these, number 15 is a War Games body. That was a Meteor body. And then the next batch of guns are going to be the 2021 Cold Fusions, and those are all War Game bodies.
Who you're making this one for?
This is a gentleman out of Washington.
A team player?
No, just a guy that when he was young, he always wanted a super cocker, and now he could afford one. So he found me on the internet and said, hey, it's one of those guns that I've always needed. And that's been mainly everybody's stories. Everybody's been saying, I've always wanted one when I was a little kid, and I've built them all for, custom. I built them for everybody. This is the way they wanted it. They wanted to look a certain way, and that's how I built it for them. This gentleman here wants it black, silver, and with chrome pneumatics, and that's what we're doing. So
very cool. That's like old guys. You see all the vets you see running around here, the Corvettes, all have old guys in them, And I guess that's the same way with that guy wanting something special like that. Hey, Freddy. What? Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to having one made by Caesar. I just know Dan Colby from Immortal Air he just says that the guy makes just awesome stuff. So I'm looking forward in the future getting my hands on something made by Caesar. I want to get it Caesarized.
For sure.
That's what I want on there too. Caesarized. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
I love
Nice
it.
shirt.
I love it. So, Kevin, you don't have your Mortal Air shirt on tonight, and neither do I.
No, tonight I'm advertising Cousins Paintball.
Yep. And I'm with these guys here, autocarparts.com. They came up to the cancer
There
benefit.
you go.
Yeah, he was really
Want to shout out to Cousins.
do that. Yeah, do that.
So Fred, check this
Cousins
out.
Paintball, 4 locations.
So
Let's
One
hear
in New
'em.
Jersey, Staten Island, Long Island, New York, and Texas.
Wow, right on. That was 5.
so check this
No,
out.
that's 4.
I know.
What I was gonna do is, if New York Street was still there,
Yeah.
I brought with me my Immortal Air T-shirt.
Oh, did you
that they
really?
got, and I was gonna throw it on, because John was there. I mean, not John. Dan was there.
Dan was
and,
there, yeah.
And I was gonna be like, rocking my Immortal Air. But when they told me that it wasn't there anymore, I was like, that sucked.
Yeah. Well, what was funny is Mark Gong went down there before they changed it into the Star Wars thing. And, a lot of those buildings on New York Street, the real fancy work on them was done in styrofoam. And he said you could still see where the paintball blew pieces of the styrofoam off.
Well, did he go to the Florida one or the California one?
Well, it had to be the Florida one because that's where we shot it.
Yeah, never mind. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Of course
right.
Yeah, California didn't have a New York Street. Only the Florida Disney Studios did.
That's absolutely right. Yep.
Hey, listen, I've been walking around all day, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're still chapped,
I see New York Street all the time.
Yeah, the real New York Street, huh?
The real New York Street.
Yeah, where they don't use paintball guns.
No. But they do in Detroit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Downtown Detroit, right?
Right now it's huge. All the Detroit people buying paintball stuff.
Very cool.
Huge. I'm talking 5-6 guys a day.
Don't they have? Aren't they like playing in the streets?
Yeah,
I heard they were like having like street wars with paintball guns now. I actually wanted to go do that.
They were calling themselves the Detroit Wars, the Detroit Paintball War guys. They still, but they're not really doing any wars anymore. They're physically playing. They're playing down there, and there's a lot of them that come up and play. I mean, they come into Lone Wolf every day. I mean, Lone Wolf Paintball is busy every single day, and we get a lot of people. They're the only game in this area. There's nobody left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and Cousins, like you said, they have 4 locations, but I see people wearing stuff from Cousins and saying that, talking about them all the time. So they must do a lot of mail order stuff too.
They do. They got, I think it's shopcousins.com is their website.
Yep.
So they do very well with that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. So the place you work at, Caesar, they do the same thing. They all mail order too, right?
Yeah. The store that I'm affiliated with is Lone Wolf Paintball, and they have a huge YouTube channel. You can check it out. I mean, I don't know if there's not anybody
say that.
If nobody knows who Lone Wolf is.
Yeah. Well, so it'd just be lonewolf.com, right?
No, lonewolfpaintball.com.
There you go.
Yeah, they do some really good product review videos.
Yep.
That I've seen in the past.
Yeah,
You do any custom stuff there for them?
Yeah, all my custom stuff is basically the workbench that used to be in my store 20 years ago is in their tech room.
Oh, right on.
So my workbench went from my store to their stores, and then it got moved to this building when they all moved everything, and that's where I do everything out of their tech room. I build everything out of there.
Oh, wow. So they can get a hold of them also for custom markers then, huh?
Oh, they can get a hold of me there every day of the week.
Oh, very cool. Freddy, you awake?
Barely. I'm getting exhausted, dude. We were up early.
Freddie walked around Disney World today, and he said he got chapped. You know that?
Oh God, it was hot. It was muggy, but it was nice. It was really, it was nice. We had a cool breeze going. Just a lot of walking. It's the most walking I've done in a long time. So from yesterday at the Magic Kingdom to today at Hollywood Studios, tomorrow's Epcot Center. Then
right on.
Then we have a day of just doing nothing.
That's the best time.
Yeah.
So Kevin, you're not going to play the following, not 2 weeks from now. You're not going to play.
I've pretty much retired from playing with my pro squad. I've got a bunch of young guys. They're really good. They're becoming much, much better players. So I basically coach. That's all I do now. Run the team and coach at the pro level.
Got it.
Yeah, I still play, but I won't play on this particular team. I can't be in a situation where I'm the last guy alive and has to dive in the snake, because I'm not doing it. It's not happening.
And then you'd have
I decided to step back, let the younger kids do it. I may play in the woods a little bit, but on the pro squad, I've kind of the kids are just getting way too good, so I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to take a spot away from one of them.
What kind
There's
of
no
fields
point anymore.
What kind of fields you guys going to play on?
We're going to play in Woods Ball Field and Hyperball.
Both, huh?
Yep.
So that's what we're playing. That's the two fields, the way I understand it, anyway.
Are they?
Fred, there comes a time when you just can't. You have to retire. I mean,
that's what I hear.
I got nothing to prove.
There you go. Wait, at Rennick's Field, are they going to be the?
Now we lost Kevin.
Yeah. I was going to ask him. Well, maybe Caesar knows because Caesar's going down there. Are they going to be the same amount of Woods Ball field as a Hyperball?
I believe there's only one Hyperball field. I'm not sure if there's two, but the Woods fields, there's quite a few Woods Ball fields. That same weekend is also Aftershocks reunion.
Yeah, it is. 30 years?
Yeah, it's also Aftershocks reunion that same weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, I was just asking Caesar if the games were going to be split half and half, half on the Hyperball and half in the Woods. Because, some teams might get more in the Woods than on the other field. Can you hear me, Kev?
I'm not there.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
I heard you the whole time. Yeah, it's going to probably. They usually do. I think it's 6-game prelim, so there'll be 3 on Hyper, 3 in the Woods is usually the way it works out.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty fair then. That's pretty cool. So, well, right on. I guess you guys are all looking forward to it, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you won't get to play each other, but Caesar, you can go over and harass them anyhow.
We won't be far from each other. All the New York guys will be staging, and everybody will be staging next to each other.
Yeah.
Right on. It sounds like it's going to be
everybody
great time.
Sees each other.
Sounds like
I think I enjoy seeing everybody almost as much as actually the event itself. It's a good time. Catch up with people. Fred, you're not coming?
I don't know yet. I'm still, I got so much going on right now. I'm still working on it. We'll see. I'm not going to say no. You keep going out, Kevin. Man, we got to get Kevin set up. He's got to get set up with a computer and stuff like this. Poor guy. Caesar, we had him on a few weeks ago, and that was right after the cyclone or a hurricane went through, and then he's on, and a tornado goes through just before he goes on, ripped half of his neighborhood apart. So yeah, the poor guy deals with a lot of weather and stuff out there, man. Yep, he's back again. Let's see if we can get him on here one more time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Fred. I'm gonna have to step out because
Gotcha.
Because I'm in the hotel room. I got my son and Maria trying to.
You look tired, buddy.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
You go. You stay safe. You have a lot of fun here.
Yeah, thanks. It's just that Florida heat, man.
I got you. Well, give me a holler tomorrow.
I will.
All right,
Good
buddy.
night, Fred.
All right. Take care, guys.
Good night.
That was Mr. Freddy Valente, a.k.a. Freddy the Ref, a.k.a. Florida Freddy now. So I got to tell you, Caesar, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. You know, I think that the stuff that you're putting together and the stuff you're working on is going to be phenomenal. I really, really do. I am actually looking forward to doing some things with you in the future here. I think it's going to be pretty damn cool. You know, with your reputation, it's should be very, very cool. And Kevin, what can I say about you? You're just the best, man. You know, other than you not having a computer, I love you.
I'm back. Fred, I promise I'll fix this problem someday.
You will. You know, if you don't, buddy, I'm going to send you a computer. Really.
Did you say Sunday?
No, someday.
Sunday.
Yeah. No, I have a computer. It's just
old.
I don't use it.
Yeah, I got it. Wait, you know,
it's easier to use my phone.
Yeah, you'd want to sit and read some of the stuff that comes up, you know. I mean,
I'd like to. I definitely want to. I want to say hello to the people saying hello to me.
Well, Bud Orr saying hello to you. Jonathan Rulon, Mean Gene.
Oh, yeah. Yep. He and I are running a 7-man tournament at Jerry's in November 21st and 22nd, I think the date is.
Yeah, I remember you saying
7-man woodball event.
It's all woodball,
the old,
right?
Huh?
I said,
what,
it's
Fred?
a 7-man all woods ball.
7-man all woods ball. WTS event. Waldo is his nickname, is his handle. So most people know him as Waldo. He's been doing it a long time. I mean, the kid's been committed to running woods ball tournaments. So when he asked me if I'd partner with him on the event, I had to do it, because he's done so much to help bring the mechanical woods ball scene back that,
Very cool.
He's good kid.
That's
He's got a podcast also called the Overshot Podcast. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't. I know Greg Brewitt and Steve McGuire, and
right
Behind the Bunker. Those guys I know about. And I haven't heard that. What is it? Give them a plug.
It's called Overshot Paintball Podcast, and he does random interviews. You could go to Overshot Paintball Podcast on Facebook, and you can follow it there. But he gets a lot of good guests. He's more about like the airball scene with his podcast. So he gets a lot of really good top level players. He's had Ryan Greenspan on. He's had a couple other pro guys. I mean, I watch it.
Very
whenever
cool.
I get a chance.
What'd you say his name was, Kevin?
Jonathan Rulon.
All right.
But
what's his other buddy that goes on there with them?
Oh, Travis.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on that podcast Thursday night.
Yeah, because Travis plays with GZ24K.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, they do a good job. They really do. They're just getting started, but they really do a good job.
Very cool.
I watch them every opportunity. Every time they put something out, I watch it.
Well, Thursday
it's
night
not
we're going to
live.
watch
It's all recorded. But
is it? Well, Thursday night we're going to watch
What's
it because
that?
Caesar's on. I said Thursday night you're going to want to watch it because Caesar's on.
Yeah, but it's not live. Are you recording it? You're recording it Thursday, Caesar, or you recorded it already?
We haven't recorded nothing yet. He said that we're going to be on Thursday night.
All right, so you're going to probably record tomorrow then.
I was going to say,
you're going to record it Thursday, and then maybe he'll
Correct.
run it Thursday night. I don't know what he's got.
Yeah,
because they don't run it live like you do, Freddie.
Yeah, I got to tell you, running it live was not so good tonight to get started. Thank God I got this thing up and rolling. You guys got 1,000 links sent to each one of you. Jeez.
Yeah, that was a lot of links.
We got here, right?
We got here, just like we always do.
got here.
Right on. All right, guys. Well, again, I'm not going to say we ran over. We went over past 8 o'clock, but I don't think we went over an hour because we started like 15 minutes late, because of the way I was screwing everything up. But, Guys, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Caesar, I appreciate you sticking with me tonight through all the technical stuff I was blowing left and right. And looking forward to working with you. And really, really do appreciate you coming on tonight, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on. Kevin, if you want a couple of your guns Caesarized, I'll do it for you, bud.
Excellent. Well, I'll see you. I'll see you in Chicago.
Oh, I'll see you there for sure. Make sure you come see me.
Come either find me or I'll find you.
And you got to.
We got to talk.
I'm gonna send you a video. I'm gonna send you the video of that EMAC that I built. Wait till you see it.
Is that the one you sent me?
Yes.
Oh, that baby rocks.
Yeah.
And the accuracy was incredible because that target was way out there.
It was about 130, 140 feet away.
And he was just wrapping everyone up. Pop, 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 pop. It was beautiful. Yep, I appreciate that, Caesar. All right, well, you have a good evening, Caesar, and thanks a lot for coming on, buddy.
All right, good night.
Stay safe.
Take care, Caesar.
All right, bye.
All right, Uncle Kev. What can I say?
That's another show in the books, Freddie.
Yeah, Kevin, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming on. You're a draw. You're a draw. People like those old scruffy guys, and you're the one.
I don't know why anybody wants to see me, but if you say so.
Shit, I do say so, man. You got a lot more friends than you think you do, buddy.
Well,
Kevin,
that makes me feel good.
Yeah, it should, because you're very well liked, especially from this guy. So,
well, thank you, Fred.
You have a good week.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah, right on, buddy. You have a good week, and you give me a buzz this weekend after you're done practicing. Let me know how it went.
All right. Well, I'm going to look tomorrow at the calendar and see if we can't come up with a date for that East-West game and get that thing out there for everybody.
Yeah, boy, if we could
so
put that out
start
next
making
Tuesday,
plans.
that would be. Yeah, if we could put it out next Tuesday, that'd be great.
And then let me know when you're planning on going down to see Tim and go check out the field.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, Tim said he'd fly us in. He goes, I'll fly you guys in. You guys can check it out. So
he doesn't have to fly me in. Just fly myself. But I'd definitely love to go down and see him and check out the operation. That's for sure.
Sounds good. We can all go out to dinner and bullshit a little bit.
Absolutely. Maybe we can even get Bud to meet us down there, and Bill Bailey.
Oh, God. Man, the wheels that come off, we get those two guys with us. Between them, Schloss, and you, I don't know, man. All right, Kevin. Well, you have a good evening, and buddy, and thanks a lot for staying up and being on the show. I know you're a regular, and everybody just absolutely loves having you on.
Well, thank you, Fred. It's pleasure being on your show. I look forward to it every week.
Right on, buddy. You have a good evening now. It's almost over for you. I guess it's pretty close to a good tomorrow. All right, Kevin, you stay safe, all right?
You too, Freddie. I'll be in touch. And everybody out there watching, take care. Stay safe.
Right on, Kevin. All right, everybody, that was Mr. Kevin Donaldson. I can never say enough about Kevin. Kevin is one of the nicest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. He is just nothing short of fantastic. I want to apologize to Rick Wilcox tonight. I couldn't get him on. Rick, I just had so much trouble. I was dropping things left and right on this tonight. I'm lucky I actually got it up and running. So it worked out pretty good. But like I say, Uncle Kevin, you can't find a better guy. I get a lot of requests. Everybody goes, hey, Kevin going to be on next week? I go, yeah, Kevin's usually on every week, man. I say I enjoy putting him on, and people just absolutely love listening to him. The guy's a treasure, that's about all I can say about him. So I guess for everybody out there, first of all, I want to apologize for blowing it earlier tonight. But it ended up being a great show with Caesar, with Kevin. It's just been great. And and Freddy the ref, I'm sure Freddy's all tired. He's all sacked out now. So now he knows what Kevin goes through all the time, because Kevin stays up late to be on, man. So, all right, everybody out there. One more time, I want to thank you all for watching tonight. Bud Orr, Rick Wilcox, everybody that chimed in. I thank you guys all so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time. So then, until then, please play hard, play safe, play fair, but go play paintball. Y'all stay safe out there. You hear? Bye now.